Hi everyone, welcome to our session which is Symbolic Mathematics presented by Group 1. So today we are going to discuss on fun chapter 9 which is random variable and it will be tested in our PSPN. So here it is. So this presentation is presented by our group member which is Dr. Peng, CHEE, YUAN, and me which is San. So before moving to some questions, we are going to introduce you how we get a CDF from PDF and PDF from CDF. So here it is. So as we can see from the diagrams, to get the CDF, we can integrate PDF. So to get the PDF, we can differentiate CDF to get it, which is PDF. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce you some formula. The cumulative distribution functions of a continuous random variable x with density function fx is a function fx, where, so here is a formula. Integrate from negative infinity to x, which is a value that we are going to find it, and then fx, and don't forget to put the dx, which is area under the graph. So from the diagram, fx is in fact given by the area under the curve, which is y equals to fx from the negative infinity up to x as indicated by the shaded region. So as we can see from the graph, which is here, area under the curve is actually our fx, which is cumulative function. So here it is. So here's our formula that we are going to use in our question later. So for the first one, the sum of the functions is equal to 1, and then to find the probability where x is less than 2, we can actually get from the cumulative functions and then substitute x inside the function. So next one, so when we are going to get the probability x in between a and b, here is some the four formulas that we can get it. So you can pause the video to see it too. Thank you.
Okay, so to determine the median for a continuous random variable, if a median is m, then we'll have two methods in order to solve these equations. Which the first method is to figure out the area under curve, which is by using the integration fx from a to m dx equal to 0.5. Just like the picture that's shown at the right hand side, as we have to, the m value is usually exists as our limit for certain interval. And for the second method, we can figure out the value of m by using the fm equal to 0.5, which is the cumulative distribution functions. If a question is not given, all of us have to list down all the fx for the questions, then sub the value of x into it in order to figure out the exact value of m. So with just these two simple steps, all of you can figure out the value of m, which is a median, easily.
Since the cumulative distribution function is the integral of the probability density function, so if we want to find the probability density function, we just need to differentiate the cumulative distribution function. So here is some summary for continuous variable. For the expectation, if we want to find Ex, we need to integrate x fx dx from negative infinity to infinity. If we want to find Egx, we need to integrate gx fx dx from negative infinity to infinity. If we want to find ex squared, we need to integrate x squared fx dx from negative infinity to infinity. For the variance, we need to use this formula to find it. Variance is equal to ex squared minus with the whole ex we square it. For the standard deviation of x, we just need to square root of the variance. So here is some properties of expectation and variance. For expectation, EA, we will get the constant A. For the EAX, we will take out the A because it is a constant, so we will get AEX. For the EAX plus B, so we take out the constant, we will get AEX plus B. And for the EAX squared plus B, we need to take out the A and also B because it is constant, so we will get AEX squared plus B. For the variance, if the variance of A, if A is a constant, we will get 0. For the variance of AX, we will get A, the constant, we need to square it, so A squared variance X. For the variance AX plus B, we can just ignore the B and we just take out the A because it is the constant. for the x. So we need to square it. We will get a square variant x.
Let's look at question 1. The continuous random variable x, which is CRV, has cumulative distribution function CDF. Means that this CDF is big F. So this is the question. Now look at question A. We have to find P x smaller than 1 and larger than 2.2. Okay, so look at this graph. Here is 1 and here is 2.2. So if we want to find Px smaller than 1, then the probability is here. And then if we want to find P smaller than 2.2, the probability is all of this. So if we want to find this area, we have to find F2.2 minus F1 so that we can find the probability between 1 and 2.2. So we just sub this into this equation. For 2.2 is in between this. So we can sub 2.2 into this x. Okay, so equal to negative 2.2 squared over 3 plus 2.2 next minus 2 and minus. For f1, we can sub into this equation because it is between 0 and 2. So we sub into the second equation, 1 squared over 6. So after calculate, we can get the final answer is 31 over 50. This is the final answer. For question B, we have to find the value of median. Okay, for median, we have one equation to use at it, that is Fm equal to 1 over 2. Why we use 1 over 2? Because the median is the half of the whole probability. Okay, so what the equation should we sub the m into it? So we have to find F0 into, use this equation, 0 over 6 equal to 0. And then for F2 equal to 2 squared over 6 equal to 2 over 3. Since 2 over 3 is larger than 1 over 2, we can know that the median is between 0 and 2. So we can sub the m into the second equation. So we can get m squared over 6 equal to 1 over 2. And after calculate, we can get m equal to plus minus square root 3. Since the median is between 0 and 2, so the final m equal to the positive value, which is square root 3. This is the final answer. For the next question, question C, we have to find the probability function of x, which is PDF. So we have to change CDF, which is cumulative distribution function, to PDF. So for this CDF become PDF, we use differentiation, and for PDF become CDF, we use integration. So for this equation, x smaller than equal to 0, so fx equal to, we differentiate 0. So differentiate 0 equal to 0. And then for if x smaller than equal to 0 and larger than equal to 2, we can use differentiate and differentiate this function, which is x squared over 6. So we can get 2x over 6, and the final answer is x over 3. And then if the x smaller than equal to 2 and larger than equal to 3, we can use fx equal to, and then we differentiate the third function, which is negative x squared over 3 plus 2x minus 2. And then after we differentiate this, we can get negative 2x over 3 plus 2. And then finally, if x larger than equal to 3, we also differentiate we differentiate 1 so that it's equal to 0. So the final answer, we can write this as fx equal to x over 3 when x smaller than equal to 0 and larger than equal to 2. And then next, negative 2x over 3 plus 2 when x smaller than equal to 2 and larger than equal to 3. And then for others, we can just write 0 otherwise. So this is the final answer for this question.
Okay, so now we are going to find the expected value for x. It means that we are going to find the mean of the function fx. So this is a formula: ex equals to integrate from negative infinity to infinity, and then x times fx dx. So let's substitute it. Integrate from 0 to 2, and then x over 3 dx plus integrate from 2 to 3 x negative 2x over 3 plus 2. And don't forget to put the dx. So next step we can multiply it inside, so we will not get wrong when doing the calculations. Negative 2 over 3 x squared plus 2x dx, don't forget it. So next step we are going to integrate it. So integrate x squared over 3, we will get x cubed over 9, and then from 0 to 2 plus negative 2 over 3 x to the power of 3, and then 3 plus 2 x squared over 2. So this one is 2 to 3. So finally we will get something 8 over 9 plus this one is in minus 0 plus 3 minus 20 over 9. So lastly, this is what we answer, which is 5 over 3. So this is the final answer. So just now we are going to find the variance of x, and given that ex squared equals to 19 over 16. So from the formula, variance x equals to ex squared minus bracket ex, and then square it out. So this is a formula, and then just now we get the mean, which is 5 over 3. So we are going to substitute it. So first substitute ex squared equals to 19 over 16, and then minus 5 over 3, and then square it out. So finally we will get something which is 7 over 18. Now this is a final answer. It's very easy, right?
So now let's see question 2. Let probability density function of a continuous random variable x be defined by fx is equal to x squared over 18 for the condition of negative c less than x less than c, and also 0 for the elsewhere. So we can form a line. Here is negative c and here is c. From the probability density function above, we can know that for the part negative c until c, we need to use the equation of x squared over 18. And for the number other than negative c until c, we need to use the probability density function of 0. Okay, for question A, show that c is equal to 3. For this question, we need to use the method of finding CDF from PDF. And we know that if we want to find CDF from PDF, we need to integrate the PDF that is given in the question. And we know that the total probability of a function is equal to 1, right? So the integration of 0 dx from negative infinity to negative c plus the integration of x squared over 18 dx from negative c to c plus the integration of 0 dx from c to positive infinity will be 1. And we know that the integration of constant 0 will be definitely the 0 plus 1 over 18 because we take out the constant from the x squared over 18. And we just need to integrate the x squared here, so we'll get x cubed over 3 from negative c to c plus the 0 is equal to 1. And we get 1 over 18 x cubed over 3 negative c to c is equal to 1. We need to move 1 over 18 to the right hand side, so it will become multiplied. So we get x cubed over 3 negative c to c is equal to 18. And we just substitute the c into the x, so we get c cubed over 3 minus negative c cubed over 3 is equal to 18. And we factorize it, we will get 1 over 3 c cubed plus, because negative c cubed, we will also get the negative value too. So negative with negative, we will get positive. C cubed is equal to 18. So 2c cubed is equal to 1 over 3. We move to the right hand side, so we will multiply it with the 18. So we will get 54. C cubed is equal to 54 divided by 2, we will get 27. So now we can get the value of c is equal to 3.
Okay, for the question B, find the cumulative distribution function of x. Okay, so the first thing that you guys have to understand is that on how to convert the PDF to the CDF by using the method of integrations and convert the CDF to the PDF by using the differentiations. Okay, and as the equation given, the fx is equal to the x squared over 18 for x value from -3 to 3 and 0 for the elsewhere. So the first thing that we have to know and figure out is for the x smaller than -3. As usual, we have to figure out the general equation for it, which is fx is equal to the integrate. As the question is not given the probability density function for the x less than -3, so we consider it as 0 from the -infinity to x dx, and we will get 0. Hence, the f -3 will equal to 0. And for the second step is for the value of x from -3 to 3. So as usual, write down the general equation. Fx equal to the f -3 plus integrate the x squared over 18 from -3 to x dx. So it's equal to the 0. And remember to move out the 1 over 18 out there in order to make calculation become more easier. And the x squared will become the x cubed over 3 and x -3. Hence we will get 1 over 18 and substitute the value of x and -3 into it. Get x cubed over 3 minus with the -3 cubed over 3. And now we will get x cubed over 54 plus 1 over 2. So now we can figure out the value for the x3. Substitute 3 into the x cubed over 54 plus 1 over 2, which is equal to 1. So we can figure out the f3 is equal to 1. Okay, so for the third step, we have to figure out for the x greater or equal to 3. As usual, write down the general equations, which is fx equal to the f3 plus integrate 0 dx from 3 to x. As question now given doesn't given the probability density functions for the x greater or equal to 3, so we consider it as 0. Yeah, so this will equal to 1 plus 0 and fx equal to 1. And lastly, don't forget to write down the cumulative distribution functions for these equations, which is fx equal to 0 when the x is smaller than -3, and fx is equal to the x cubed over 54 plus 1 over 2 when the value of x is between the -3 to 3. And fx is also equal to 1 when the x is greater or equal to 3. So that's easy, right? That's all from me.
So let's just move to the question C. Hence, find probability of x which is greater than or equal to 0 and x is less than or equal to 2. We can use this line. Here is 0, here is 2. So we just need to find the probability from 0 to 2 here. And we can use the equation that we have find from the question B from the cumulative distribution function just now. We can use it to answer this question. So probability of 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2 is equal to cumulative of f2 minus with here, right, f0. So we just substitute the 2 and 0 into the equation that we find from the question B just now. So we will get 2 cubed over 54 plus 1 over 2 minus 0 plus 1 over 2. And we will get answer is equal to 8 over 54, which is also equal to the simplest form of 8 over 54 is 4 over 27. Okay, for the part 2 of question C, we need to find the median of x. From the question B, we have find the cumulative fx is equal to 0 for the condition of x less than -3, and also x cubed over 54 plus 1 over 2 for the condition where negative 3 is less than x and less than 3. So, and for 1, for the condition of x which is greater or equal to 3. Here we can know that for the 0 and also the 1 will not be our choice for the equation that we will use to find the median of x. So we have only this equation for us to find the median of x. So we know that fm, we just let the m equal to our median is equal to 0.5, right? The 0.5, we need to find median. So we substitute the m equal into the equation. So we get m cubed over 54 plus 1 over 2 is equal to 1 over 2, because 0.5 is also equal to 1 over 2, right? And we will get m cubed over 54 is equal to 0, because 1 over 2 minus with 1 over 2 in the left hand side will equal to 0. So we get m cubed is equal to 0, m is equal to 0. So our median will definitely get 0. Is it easy, right? Here come to the end of our presentation. We hope you all enjoy watching it. Thank you.